Hi, Ben, Daryl, and Olivia. How are you all today?
I
Good.
did.
Thank you. How are you?
Thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks so much. First of all, congratulations on Pixie, you guys. This was such a fun movie, and I feel like that's what we need at a time like this, is a bit of fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
I suppose my very first question for you guys would be, what was it about the movie Pixie that made you all go, absolutely, I have to be involved with this film?
I think just the scripts I thought was just so funny, and I think the comedy really lifted off the page, and to be able to do something like that seemed conducive to a fun time. so that's why I wanted to do it. I don't know about you two.
Yeah, same with me. I think reading the script, I just thought it was kind of I haven't really read a script like it in a long time. So, and just to see kind of three young people who are all different in their own ways, kind of be the driving force of getting their way through the whole film. So, I just enjoyed the kind of dynamic between the three, and I just got excited by the idea of being involved with it, to be honest.
And they've stolen all the good answers, but yeah, it's yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, I think Preston Thompson, who wrote the script's a great writer and has got a very distinctive style. Thought it was just very funny, and I just really enjoyed the script. And like Olivia said, just thought it would be conducive of having a great time on set and having a lot of fun. So that's what hooked me in.
So obviously there wouldn't have been any issues for yourself, Daryl, but oh wait, hang on, I'll just wait till Olivia comes back.
I'm just, the kettle's starting to boil, and I didn't want it to make a horrible screeching sound.
Lovely. So Daryl, obviously for yourself there wouldn't have been like any issues here, but for yourselves, Olivia and Ben, how daunting was the prospect of doing an Irish accent?
Terrifying, yeah, terrifying. Yeah, I felt like I should have just been able to do it because a lot of my family are Irish going back, but it was a struggle. But we worked with this great dialect coach called Nick Trumbull, who was just brilliant. And that combined with a lot of listening to Key and Egan from Westlife, for me anyway, was the ticket. So I know more about Key and Egan than I do about myself now, I think. But yeah, what about you, Liv?
Yeah, I think Ben and I were having, private panic attacks to each other about just how daunting the accent was. Because also, like, I think, well, any of us here are quite as sticklers for accents, and especially when I hear a northern accent that isn't specific, it's quite generalized, I get really pissed off. So I didn't want to do the same, but to an Irish audience. And maybe it is, and I just can't about it now. So
I just remember Googling like worst Irish accents of all time, which isn't something I shouldn't have Googled, and just seeing the list of the 10 people. And I was like, I just don't want to be on that list. Just please let me not be on that list. Anyway.
We are very kind of particular about getting it right. With your fellow cast members, like Daryl, would you guys have like kind of given advice to them and stuff like that?
I honestly thought the guys did such a great job on the accent, and I think I was telling them this throughout the whole process of the film, but I think they were in such a panic that they struggled to believe me. Yeah, and even just I sat in on some of the dialect sessions with Nick as well, and he was incredible. Like, he really had a very specific kind of he just got the specificness of the kind of West Ireland accent. But yeah, no, I thought they did a great job. They should be very proud.
Well, you have to say that because you're on camera.
No, I don't.
No, I still don't.
I'm going to tell you a little bedtime story. How would you like that?
Bedtime!
The fella you ran into was coming to kill me. Sir.
Is he dead? No, he's having a fucking nap. Yes, he's dead. What's in the bag?
Guessing you fellas aren't used to being in the hot water you find yourselves in currently, is that correct?
One deal. It's way too big for you, trust me.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Pablo Escobar. Welcome to Sligo.
It is such a great ensemble you're working with, particularly when it comes to Irish talent. So I was wondering, for each of you, who were you the most excited to work with in the film?
If I'm honest, I was excited to work with both Ben and Olivia. I'm not like, I kind of, I think there's something about just being young in this business and kind of, I'm not saying that the guys are starting off. I think they've done a bit more than I have, but I was kind of excited just to be around them and kind of, I feel like you can talk to people, engage with them, you know, your own age. So I thought the older cast members like Colm and Alec were lovely, but I was, if I'm honest, excited to work with both the guys.
Oh, Daz, that's nice. Yeah. I'm also excited to work with you two as well, but also excited to work with Dylan Moran.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I definitely, I was excited about working with, you know, 2 other young actors. I always thought it would be a fun time on set. And like Liv, actually, Dylan Moran was the one for me. I grew up watching his stand-up and been a fan of his for years. So that was a very exciting moment for me.
And it was so funny that day as well. He was only in one day, but it was just hysterical. Because he just made things up. He just went, you know, fuck the script. I'm just gonna say stuff. And we were all just in bits.
It was so hard.
I was stone-faced.
You had a stone face. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? How are you not cracking at this?
I wasn't.
I rarely got a take through where I didn't laugh. Like, it was terrible.
This is a street value of just under €1 million. Who told you that?
I googled it.
Did that not sound kind of stupid in your head? It does coming out of your mouth.
These sorts of adventures are always more enjoyable with a positive attitude.
Oh, you got a sense of humor. I like that.
She is quite something, that she is.
Also, I have to ask, because obviously we're living for his SNL Donald Trump impressions at the moment. What was Alec Baldwin like?
A beast. You know, like he has such a presence, and he comes on set and he's wearing his priest outfit, you know, using a nun as a shield. And you're like, likewise with I mean, probably the rest of the world, having watched him religiously as having watched SNL religiously and then lived through the Trump character that he does. Yeah, it was just really odd, but he was really lovely and graceful. He was only there for a few days, but we all had just, I think, had a great time watching him and being around him.
Yeah, I mean, he was just a consummate professional, and yeah, it was interesting to see him work and someone who's been in the business for so long, but still so dedicated and bringing ideas to the table. And yeah, fan of his work. So again, was excited to work with him, and you can see why he's done so well.
I was kind of scared of him. I didn't really talk to him that much. But of course, I was like, wow, okay, Alec Baldwin's just right there, and he's in our film. But yeah, again, I think I was really kind of taken by his kind of confidence, which completely is understandable for the amount of, you know, years he's been doing this. But that was quite inspiring just to see him come on and do his thing regardless, you know. Yeah, it was fun.
You're saying it's priests that are after us?
These guns aren't going to shoot themselves.
Deadly gangster priest, yeah.
The Lord will have his vengeance.
Another thing I really enjoyed by Pixie was you could kind of see quite a lot of film influences in it, I found. Like, I was getting up vibes of like Tarantino, the Coen brothers, even a little bit of Martin McDonagh in there. And I was wondering, for you guys, were you kind of seeing those influences as well, whether, you know, during the filming or even as you were reading the script initially?
Director Barnaby is going to love you for saying that, I think. I definitely the McDonagh vibes, you know, some slight In Bruges vibes. Yeah. I always say, and I think I stole this off Barnaby, but I think I've said it so many times, I think it's my own now, but it's like, I like to think of it as an Irish Western that's kind of a combination of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and In Bruges. That's how I like to sell the film. Yeah,
for some reason, I don't know why, but when I was filming it, I had like, when it's not the right vibe at all, but like full Monty vibes. And it's not at all. But I think there's something about the look, and it looks like it could have been shot, you know, in the late 90s, and it's got that really quite kind of lovely filmic quality. It doesn't look as digitalized as I think a lot of modern films look now, and it really reminded me of the Full Monty, but you know, I don't think it's like that at all. So really a bit of a redundant answer, sorry.
Yeah,
great film. Full Monty's a great film, so yeah, why not?
I think the script I got big Martin McDonagh vibes as well, which I think Preston would also be happy to hear. But yeah, I think the element of danger sometimes that the three can get into, along with the comedy, that kind of clash, together. Preston's done a good job, and yeah, it really reminded me of Martin McDonagh's kind of work as well.
Well, they all sound like great influences. I'm going to have to leave it there. I've just been told I'm out of time. I'd talk to you guys about this movie all day if I could. But yeah, just want to leave it with congratulations again, and I can't wait for people to see this.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you.
Whatever you choose, however many roads you travel, you find some way to break the rules, make little trouble out there.